everybody, it's Dr. Joe, and it's product review time again. The folks at Thermotex partnered up with us and sent us their Thermotex Platinum. So let's get started. Disclaimer alert, disclaimer alert. So the cool thing about Thermotex is they are a far infrared heating system. And the reason that far infrared is so much better than a traditional heating pad is because it penetrates further into the body. So it gets down different layers. A traditional heating pad usually only goes about 0.25 centimeters. Far infrared goes all the way up to about 6 centimeters or 2.36 inches. So it gets way down where that inflammation, that irritation, that pain is without burning your skin. So that's the best part. It goes nice and deep. It doesn't dry out and make you dehydrated because it's not a heat, it's a light system. So it's really, really cool. It works great. It gets deep down into those achy joints, those achy muscles, and it really helps to temporarily relieve pain. So let me show you it a little bit and I'll talk a little bit more about its awesome things that it does. So this one is their Platinum system, and it's really cool because it's super versatile. You can put it almost anywhere on your body. So as you can see here, it's super soft, which is really, really nice when you're putting it against your body and your skin and stuff. The cord here is also really nice because you have the on-off button, but let's say you have it on your body and you have to go to the bathroom or something. Well, instead of taking the whole thing off, if you got it on you nicely, you can just unplug it right here and then take it with you and come back. So I really like that component as well, because if you have it on you for about 45 minutes, sometimes you have to get up and do something else, or if the doorbell rings or something, you can just unplug it instead of taking it all the way off and then having to come back and put it all the way back on. It also comes with two straps here, a shorter version and a longer version, and that's really nice because since you can put it on so many different parts of your body, you might want the shorter strap for something like a foot or a wrist, and then if you're doing your body, like your back, or if you're having some cramps in the front, you use the longer strap to put all the way around your body. So that's really, really nice as well. The back part here, this is the part that goes on the outer side, is squishy, and the Platinum has 3 heating plates, which is really nice because then that, again, you can wrap it around the body part. It gets a very big surface, so there's a lot of stuff going on here. For the Platinum, where the logo is, that goes against your body, and it's a little bit firmer on this side, so that's how you can tell the difference, but then the plates go really close, really nice to your body, which makes it good because it sits on there and it's very comfortable, and it doesn't have to be tight. That's the other great thing. Since it penetrates so far, that 6 centimeters, that 2.36 inches, you don't have to wrap it tight around your body so it's hugging you so close. You can put it nice and loose on the body. You don't have to wrap it so tight. So I like that too, because sometimes you can just drape it over something if you're laying down and relaxing. You don't have to strap it on if you don't want to. And so that's what makes it so cool, being able to use it basically anywhere. So the far infrared is really good for things like back pain. If you've got those muscle spasms in the back, if you have some arthritis, things like that, what it does is it helps increase the circulation to the area. And this is really good because it not only helps relax the muscles, but it calms down that inflammation. That increase in circulation helps move that stuff out of the area to help the healing process. So it's really, really nice in that fact. You can also use it for things like tendonitis, bursitis. You can use it for strains and sprains, but make sure and remember, if it's something acute injury like that just happened, those sprains or those strains, the first 24 to 48 hours, you really want to be icing it to calm down that extreme inflammation. But once you get into that about 48 hour, you can alternate between ice and heat, or you can just do the heat. And the far infrared is really, really great for that. Another one that I really, really like this for is fibromyalgia. It's one of those diagnosis that people get when sometimes the doctors might not know what's going on, and unfortunately I think it's misdiagnosed a lot. So using something like this is really helpful because maybe if it's something else, this will help with it too. But if it's that true fibromyalgia, again, it really helps with that inflammation because that's a form of arthritis, and it flares up those nerves and it makes them go crazy. So having that far infrared heat is really, really comfortable, and it helps calm everything down. And a lot of times you can put it on and then get going and feeling much better throughout the day. So it's really nice. I like it a lot. when you first start out with this, if you have had an injury or something, or just feeling achy all over, you really want to do it about 2 times a day if you can. And you want to do it for about 30 to 45 minutes. The way this system works, it's one setting, which is nice because then you don't have to worry about picking numbers of which one you want. It doesn't get too hot, but you do sometimes want to let it warm up a little bit first. They recommend about 10 minutes, but as I've been using it, I noticed that you really can start feeling the benefits of it within just the first few minutes. But if you want to turn it on for a little bit, a couple minutes, and then come put it on, you can do that as well. They do recommend kind of warming it up first. And then after you get, maybe a week in doing it twice a day, you can take it down a little bit, but it's still good to use it every day because that's what helps really getting that warmth, that increased circulation in there, getting that penetration down deep in there. So it's great. And another great thing about this is the cover is washable. You can do machine wash or hand wash. And so you see how it has Velcro here where you can take it off. And there's instructions in the instruction manual of how to wash it. So that's really nice too because you can take it off and keep it clean and wash it occasionally. So let me show you a couple ways to put it on all parts of the body because that's what makes it so great. You can use it anywhere. So the first one I like is just around the back. And they also recommend where the cord comes out, have it going downwards just because then that doesn't tug and pull on it. If it's this way, it puts a little more pressure on that area. So it makes it nicer just to have it, wherever it's plugged in, you want it going downward so it just hangs down nicely. I'm going to use the big one, the long strap, to go all the way around. And what I do is, since it's kind of a universal strap for any size, I actually take mine just to get it nice and wrap all the way around. So as you can see here, it went all the way around. If you don't need it to go all the way around, that's fine. But again, it's just nice and comfortable on the back there. It doesn't have to be tight. It can be looser than this. I just kind of like mine if I'm sitting up, but if you're lying down, you can have it a little bit looser as well. So that makes it super nice and easy. And since it's Velcro, it comes off very quickly and easily. As far as maybe your elbow, wrist area, what's great about it is the plate in the middle you can kind of put on either side. But remember, it penetrates so deeply, it doesn't really matter. Even if you're hurting on this side, that's enough where it will go all the way through. So if you're more comfortable putting it this way, you can, but if you want to put it directly on the area, you can as well. But remember, it penetrates pretty deeply, so it doesn't have to go directly on where you're hurting. So if you're hurting in the wrist area, you can just put it almost like a C shape. See how that is? Or the C shape like that. And then you can just kind of hold it like that and wrap it around. So again, it doesn't have to be super tight unless you want it to. And so this one, you'd probably want to use the smaller strap just so you don't have to wrap it around so much. But you can see that I was able to do that. So let me show you the smaller strap real quickly. So here, and then here. So that's nice. So see, it doesn't have to be tight, but it's still getting all those areas, which is nice and beneficial. And so again, with the elbow, you can just move your arm up and then it goes directly onto your elbow. And especially if you have, something going on either side, it will get the side panels will get those as well. You can also come down to something like the knee. And so again, you can either do it if you want the top and the bottom, that C kind of motion. You might want to lay down or sit down so you can put your knee straight if you want to, and then just put it on that way. Or if you want to get both sides, if it's something on the inside or the outside, you can do it that way as well, and then have a little more bend in your knee if you want to do it that way. Same thing for the foot. You can put the bottom plate down on the bottom of your foot and then just curl it up on each end and then just have it like that. So as you can see, you can do it almost anywhere. It's so cool, it's neat. You can even go up to your shoulder or your neck. Depending on how much looseness you want, you can do the short strap or the long strap. Make sure you don't choke yourself. So you might want the longer strap so it's just kind of sitting there. You can do it a couple different ways. Some they recommend putting the middle one kind of in the curve of the neck, having the top one up on your head, and then the lower one kind of down. So with that one, it would probably be more comfortable if you lie down on it, which you can certainly do that. And then you can also just kind of have it on your shoulder area as well. So something like that. And again, it doesn't have to be tight. It doesn't have to be super snug on there, because the way this goes so deep down and that light moves all the way through, it doesn't have to be super tight, because it's not heat, it's light that's going through. So this is why I like this so much. And the far infrared is great. And they also have research that proves that it really does work. And if you want to check out that research, you can go on their website. They have internal and external studies to show that it really goes in there, it really gets that inflammation calmed down, increases the circulation to help with all those pains and aches and make you feel better. So this is really, really great for almost any kind of injury, pains, aches, but there are some health conditions where you probably shouldn't use this. A big one is if you're pregnant. Make sure you're not using it when you're pregnant. Also, hemophilia. If you're a hemophiliac, you don't want to use this. Or even severe adrenal suppression. Those are things that you probably shouldn't use this on. Make sure you don't, but you should always ask your doctor first if the far infrared is okay to use on your body. Also, if you have something like pins, screws, hardwares in your body, this is okay to use. It might feel a little bit different. You might feel like a little vibration feeling. For example, me, I have pins in my hand. When I've used it on my hand, I don't really feel anything, but I've had them for a long time. So it's okay to use. You might just want to start off with like 5 or 10 minutes just to see how it feels in case you are feeling something, but it's okay to use. So especially people after a surgery or something have little flare-ups every once in a while, and that's okay to use this. So there you have it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. If you're interested in purchasing the product, you can click up here, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel by clicking here. So remember, be safe, have fun, and I hope you feel better soon.